What's up everyone and welcome back to Protatomonster's League of Legends Top 5 Plays. Please stay tuned until the end to hear more about the big announcement that came out on Monday. We do realize April 1st is not the best day to announce a new website that we spent the last 6 months working on, but lend me your ear at the end and I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Let's jump into this action-packed episode with a beautiful 1v1 outplay coming from Lutinrogue on Lee Sin. At the start we see him defending tier 1 turret in mid when all of a sudden Lux lands the binding into an ER combo, but he quickly jumps to a minion to avoid her Lucent Singularity. After Sonic Wave into Resonating Strike, he ults her away to wait for his Q to come back up. He runs towards the jungle, but then she flash Qs and he dodges it with a brilliant flash, immediately turning and landing his Q, allowing him to come flying back in for the kill. 1v1 outplays are always intense and feel so good to pull off, but you know what's even better? Fizz. We see Mangoflue run up and intercept the enemy team, immediately jumping on their AD carry, and despite her barrier, he bursts through it and grabs the kill, instantly piecing out with the Z into a flash over the wall. The enemy Lux chases with a flash and ignite, but the health potions are enough to combat the damage and keep him alive as he dodges the binding and proceeds to playful slash trickster, barely getting over the wall as the enemy team continues to chase. He heads into the brush as they surround him, leaving no other options but to fight. He eases onto Jax and makes sure to use his Q to create distance from Lux and place him in the brush. As he swings around, we see the enemy team collapsing on him, but he waits for the right moment to E, dodging the laser and Jarvan while landing on the shield. Lux E's, but Thresh used his locket and Fizz walks away with 2 kills and his life. Coming in at our number 3 spot is Origin on Nidalee in a very high elo game. The first thing we notice is the score, 7-22. This will give you an idea of how fed the enemy team is as she makes this play. After shutting down Nocturne, she rushes at the enemy team because she knows they overextended to try and kill Tristana. She pounces and immediately pops out a Cougar to spear, grabbing the double kill off of Elise. Afterwards, she courageously pursues and goes all in with a flash pounce into a huge E for the triple kill off of Ezreal. She then gets polymorphed and afterwards kicked away, but she grabs the quad mid-air with her Q. Now left with a 1v1, she quickly pops out and heals herself at 22 health, spearing him after and then going into Cougar form, killing him in between auto attacks while less than 20 health. Coming in at second place is GotioBG on Janna, and at the beginning of the scope we see the enemy Olaf looking to engage with the slow on Ashe, so Janna turns and slows him with Zephyr, but he ults and chases. Ashe turns to volley and hits the 2 in the back, and then Pops goes to escape, but then all of a sudden we see an arrow come out and Janna falls back to take the stun, but she started a clutch tornado right before it hit, allowing the triple knockup and arrow to follow for the kill, and Olaf as the creep finishes off the enemy Ashe. They both flash away and she shields the cleaver damage into a beautiful monsoon before Mundo could connect on Ashe, stopping her ultimate early, exhausting the damage from Lux's E while throwing out a sideways tornado to clip Mundo and help Ashe escape, all while dodging the Lux's Q. After her Zephyr, she runs into the river as the friendly Lee Sin comes in as well as Katarina, making this entire insane escape turn into a 4-for-0 exchange. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have nrfoxy on Diana, and her team is down by 19 kills and almost 10k gold. We see her go after the AD carry with Crescent Strike and massive burst from her ultimate, forcing Lulu's ultimate but still killing her through it. Afterwards, she swaps to Lulu, dealing decent damage before getting polymorphed as she sees the rest of the enemy team coming towards her, so she bails into the jungle, stopping to quickly kill Lulu with the orbs in her passive and then running away. As she slips into the jungle, the enemy Kha'Zix decides to chase because he has vision on her. He leaps over the wall and goes stealth, but she turns with a Q, ulting in and popping her shield, dealing huge burst damage to him and finishing him off with the final lunar rush. She goes into the brush with extremely low health as we see Aurelia and Kassadin split and go on the hunt for her. Aurelia face checks and she immediately jumps onto Diana but gets bursted and DFG'd, going down for the shutdown kill. With one player lurking around, she keeps an eye out for Kassadin, and once she sees him, she backs off in preparation for his port, dodging it into a flash in case he tries to E, and then with everything up, she turns things around with the help of Lux for the 5th kill and ace in this Diana rampage. This bonus clip of the week is brought to you by Raid Call.
Communication is always vital when competing in tournaments. Winning a match requires perfect coordination. You cannot win by yourself.
Raid Call. Communication for winners.
For the bonus clip of the week, we have CZghostCZ on Shen with a sick escape thanks to Oriana's help. As the clip plays, I just wanted to talk to everyone about the new site we just launched on Monday, Team Summon. Team Summon in its current form is a website that allows you to quickly sign up and queue for a certain role, finding a teammate for duo queue around your rating. So for instance, if you love playing AD carry, you can queue for ranked duos as an ADC and it'll match you up with someone queuing a support who is around your elo. If you already have a full team of players, your entire team can queue to find scrims. This feature is intended to help teams aspiring to become pro to find good matches to practice off of and grow as a team. Being partnered with Raid Call, we have tons of servers being set up that will allow you to find a match and immediately get into a private channel on our Raid Call server with the click of a link. We have some other features we're working on that will be launched in the near future, including the ability to queue and find a full team for a normal 5v5 so you don't have to fight in champion select over the role you want to play, 3v3 pre-made 3v3 norms, and some custom games including 1v1s. We'll also be adding social features such as being able to add friends on the site, as well as having a newsfeed similar to Facebook's but for gaming. You can expect all of this stuff and more to surface over the next few months, so if you haven't already, head over and sign up to start queuing today. Keep in mind though that this site is currently in beta. Thanks for listening to my brief description on our new site. We are aware that releasing it on April Fool's Day wasn't the best idea, but we hope everyone heads on over and tries queuing a few games to try it out. Thanks again, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you back here soon for week 125 of our League of Legends Top 5 plays.